Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, so we have the post-game show for the Montreal Canadiens loss to the New Jersey Devils. Just happened 15, 20 minutes ago. Not a great game overall for Montreal. Good first half, and then the Devils just totally took over. So I've got the game stats. And the goal scorers and the 3 stars, the official 3 stars of the game. We'll go over that, and we'll talk a little bit in the chat. It's not going to be a super long show tonight, but we'll go as long as we can. Let's see who's here. Wonder Phil, how's it going? That was entertaining. At least Gally is back for now. And what? And Blad, yeah, what? Anyway, Gally, he played pretty good tonight. Aiken, who's back in Laval soon? Gally back in Laval? No. Not a bad start, but ended how everyone expected. Yeah, hey, Guru. Pretty much, right? About halfway through the game, the Devils just kind of took over. Toffoli was the difference. Him and Hughes, I guess. Hughes got the first star. Seems to play well against former teams. Yep. Don't they all, says Phil? They do. No, that's not exactly true. All right, let's go over. I'll show you the stats from the game. So you can see here, not great in the faceoff circle for Montreal. First game this bad. Anyway, shots on goal, 34 for Devils, 29 for Montreal. They had 63.6%, 3% in the faceoff circle, and we were only 36.7%. So not the greatest night. 0 for 4 on the power play. They were 2 for 4. Big difference there. 14 hits for us, 17 for them, and 20 block shots for us, 12 for them. Now, in the faceoffs, last game, Suzuki and Newhook, not good on the faceoffs. Evans and Monahan were really good, and it's the opposite here. Suzuki 52.6, the only one above 50%. Newhook was around his average, 45.5, and then Evans 28.6, and Monahan only 20%. So I don't know what happened there, but that's a big drop-off on those guys. The goal scorers were Justin Barron opening the scoring from Pizzetta, Alexander Holtz from Meyer and Hamilton, Tyler Toffoli with his first from Hughes, Nico Hischier from Hughes and Bratt. Wait a second now. The first 2, that's Barron and Holtz, that was the first period. Toffoli only going in the second period. Then third period, Hischier. Toffoli from Hughes for his second. Matheson with that beautiful goal. Tried to drop it back, and then there was just nowhere to drop it back to, so he went and scored. That one was from Caulfield. And Toffoli with his empty netter for his hat trick, and that was from Hughes as well. Good to see Caulfield get a point, so that's 6 points for him in 6 games. He's a point-a-game player, the only one on the Habs. Don't expect there to be a lot of them. So that's pretty much all the stats there. And then the 3 stars of the night. Jack Hughes with the first star over Toffoli. Toffoli with the second star, and Justin Barron gets the third star for Montreal. I guess that's fair. Barron had a good game, and he got the opening goal. So there you go. That's the stats for the game. So let's use here again. And any comments? Anybody want to talk about anything part of this game? Let's go for it. What the hell am I doing? There we go. Is anybody here? Is it just me talking? Let's see if Rick is going to fall asleep again. Is that what it is? I'm not going to fall asleep, but I'm not sticking around too long. So if you guys don't keep me talking, I don't know. Let's see my impressions on the game. Caden, I don't fault this on Primo. Primo was pretty good tonight, so I don't know what's happening there with the goalie situation. Hopefully we'll hear something tomorrow what's going on there. But I mean, he was pretty good. Let's see now. The Slav smack and the almost identical Matheson smack a bit later. What are you talking about, smack? What are you talking about? Who'd they smack? Well, you got to be more specific than that. I don't know what you mean by smack. Were they doing heroin? Bob's your uncle. Welcome back. Hey, Moonlight. How's it going? Good to see you. I'm doing okay. A little tired at this point tonight. It's been a long day. I've been actually working I've been busy all day, so I'm on my 13th hour. I'm kind of tired. They had possession, they cut in, and they whacked the defender. The announcers described it well, but I watched it on Francais. Okay, I guess I don't know specifically. I don't know if I saw. I guess I saw that. I can't remember exactly. They whacked the defender. I didn't see Slavkovsky whack anybody. All right. Anybody else got any whacks? JFed, yeah, Savard out 6 to 8 weeks. It's official now. That takes us to Christmas. Well, that takes us to Christmas. That'll be our Christmas present. We get Savard back. The overall play of the Habs, well, they kept with them for half the game. I mean, Devils took over at about the halfway point of this game. And Montreal was just trying to catch up, basically. So they were by far the better team, the Devils. I thought it was good on Montreal to stay with them for, half the game and be very competitive, but it kind of fell off after that. So nothing shocking. It's a tale of, two teams on two different spectrums or ends of the league, But I think good on Montreal to stick with them mostly through this game. They tried to come back, and they had a good bit too little too late at the end, but, I mean, they tried. A lot of turnovers, but less penalties tonight. Am I right? Let me check that again. Maybe I'm wrong. 4. 4, that's not bad. They're cutting, I mean, that's cutting back a bit. And 2 of those were probably bad calls. So, yeah, it's a little better there on the power play, on the taking penalties side of it. And on turnovers, it's funny, that's a stat they used to show up here, but they're not showing the turnovers. Anybody got the stat on the turnovers? But yeah, there were a lot. Overall impressions of Primo, well, like I said, I thought I thought he looked more comfortable out there, more not out of place like the last couple of seasons that he's kind of looked, almost like a deer in the headlights. He didn't look like that tonight. So at least there was that. He made some really good saves. He looked a lot better there tonight. So I'm going to say that. No, but Aiken, you're probably blaming him for all the goals. You can't. There are at least 2 or 3 you can't blame him on, and he made some really nice saves. We're getting a pair of picks for Primo because they're trading Primo. You're positive of this? If you ask me, it's Allen that's being scouted, not Primo. Scouts were here for the 2 Allen games. They weren't here. I didn't hear about any scouts being there for this game. So I don't think they're scouting Primo. I think they're scouting Allen personally. No, Primo was fine. I just wonder why I still don't get why they played him tonight. Maybe it was just a test. They wanted to see how he handled it. If they're thinking of moving Allen, then they're going to need Primo. So I don't know how they're going to handle their 3 goalie situation. but the having all those scouts in the last two games kind of, as me and Matt were talking about in the game, not I think of the Washington game, Julian Breezeball was here scouting for Tampa. Why would Tampa be scouting here if not really for a goalie? That's the one thing they really need right now with Vazzy out. So, yeah, I think it's Allen that they're looking at. I just wonder what the coaching staff and what kind of an impression Primo made on the coaches tonight, and see we'll see what happens in the next few days. I guess I don't know. It's just kind of a mystery. I just don't get. I think Monty was the backup tonight, so he's not injured. So it's just I would have just thought if you want to. I guess they wanted to see a test for Primo. Columbus might not have been enough of a test, they think, and maybe that's why he didn't get the Columbus game. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. They can take Monty for free? Yeah, sure they can. That's really good. You'd make a good manager. Good asset management. Yeah, we'll give you just take the player. No, we don't need anything for him. Come on. Monty is Olympic gold medal winning goalie. And he is. Well, I understand the haters, I guess. I mean, if you want to say, like, you can take Monty for free and you want to look like, oh, I'm looking good, but you're not, because that's just horrible. Your teams would be in horrible shape. It's not Monty that they're scouting, because Monty didn't play any of those games and didn't play tonight, so it's not Monty that's being scouted. You're not a hater, but you put down every goddamn player that we talk about. But you're not a hater, Aiken. Come on now. You got to go look up in the dictionary the definition of hater, because I think you don't know what it is. Calvin, New Jersey Devils didn't look like Buffalo either, did they? So, yeah, there's that, right? Montembeault is French. That'll keep him in Montreal. Even if he's totally shit, he's French. We'll keep him. Come on. He's here on his own merit. Could be Primo's year by the way he played tonight. He's better. He's making progress. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. It's too small a sample size to say that personally. So you're saying I only want Monty in the CH because he's French. That makes sense. Again, that makes a lot of sense. Sure. Yeah. Great reasoning there, buddy. Great reasoning. Because I guess I'm a nobody. Phil, he absolutely, I bet you he does too. Let's get some serious talk here. Come on. Calvin, that's because they're on back-to-back games, so they were a little bit. And New Jersey didn't play last night, so I mean, that's what you said. Third period, they did look a bit out of gas. BL, he doesn't have to be long-term. He has to be the guy right now. He doesn't have to be Mr. Right. He just has to be Mr. Right now. We deserve 3 shutouts. Where? Where do we deserve 3 shutouts? Don't deserve shutouts. You earn them. Devin, yeah, Allen would bring back the bigger return for the goalies for sure, without doubt. Did I catch Zadanov's comments in Calgary? I did not. Gavin, they should play better against the Blue Jackets, I would hope. You go thinking, you keep going thinking like that, Aiken, no worries. And yeah, he's not a manager, so you're right. He's not a long-term solution for the manager. Manager is in what? Manager is in baseball, no? Soccer? Aiken, I don't get what you mean. Isn't that the point? I don't get why you hate so much on this team. That's the whole point. I don't get the haters. No, I'm not saying Monty's great either. He's got to prove that yet, but I like Monty. I think he's I think he proves it this year. We'll see. He's only played 2 games. I mean, small sample size. I have not checked out Coach Frenchy, so I don't know. Sorry. I hear a lot. I've heard some things about him. It's jealousy. I'm jealous. Yeah, Calgary seems like still, but Sutter. I still think Sutter had to go. Too old fashioned. Not surprised. I mean, there's something wrong there in Calgary. That's what's wrong. Yeah, Devin, I agree with you. MSL, he'll be here for a while, Marty. Again, we're getting Lafreniere. According to Top Shelf, we're getting Lafreniere. Watch it. Mark it down. Book it, Dano. We're getting Lafreniere. Come on, dude. I'm tired of, by the way, stop quoting Top Shelf Hockey, you guys. It's like ridiculous. The power play coach is not MSL, but he's got a big hand in it this year, so we'll see what that means. You do wonder what Laugh would cost. Why do we need another underperforming winger? Complain about our underperforming wingers, but we're going to bring in someone else's underperforming winger. Yeah, and guess why? Aiken? Because he's French. So you don't make your points very well. The media figures it's Huberdeau. What kind of season is Huberdeau having? He didn't have a good one last year. We need a new Drouin. We don't need a new Drouin. We definitely don't need a new Drouin. Habs lead the league anyways in French players. We have 15 in the system, and the next team has 7. So we by far lead the league. You quoted a source? I don't know. You're asking the question. How do I know if that's what you quoted? Don't answer a question with a question. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but don't do that. Yeah, that was a bad contract signing with Huberdeau. It was kind of a desperation move, but I mean, look at that guy who did that. He's the one who's in Toronto. Now look at Toronto, still bad, still the same kind of mistakes. Is it any wonder? Aiken, there's no misunderstanding. I told you a while back, doesn't matter what we talk about, you're going to be negative about it. It doesn't matter what it is, you're going to be negative about it. And if you actually say something that's not negative, it's because you just want to come across that not negative. Because we mentioned that you're negative. That's all. Don't worry. I got you down. Don't worry. You quoted Mike. Why don't you keep a record of Mike's predictions and then keep a record of which ones were accurate and which ones weren't and see which column has the most check marks before you keep quoting him here? Is the Fist coming back this year? I hope so. He's only going to be on the well, he might be on the odd show here and there. He's busy right now. He's got a new job. But he'll probably be doing some videos on the other channel when it opens up. Anyway, let's talk about reality. Anybody else got anything? I got nothing. I got nothing from this game. Sorry, I'm tired and the brain's not working. So I'm going to require you, but just don't be a hater. That's all I ask. That's all I ask tonight. Besides, I'm almost done this. That's when I'm done. Another couple of minutes and we're done here. We're done here, guys. No, but if you got something, you guys want to still talk about something, but like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about Trump either. Not really. I'm not talking about Trump. No, don't get me started. And besides, honestly, I'm sort of up to date, but I'm not. I'm trying not to follow as much. Two games, no goals from Cole. I found Cole. How do I want to put this? Last game, the second line wasn't, or the first line wasn't really good. Suzuki, while doing some good, the small things good, but I mean, offensively weren't very good. Suzuki, Rafael, Harvey Pinard, not very noticeable. Cole was, though. Cole was working hard, getting shots, very noticeable. In this game, not as much, not even close. So a little disappointed in that. Am I enjoying the new format? I look tired. No, I'm enjoying it. I am tired. It's something to get used to. I'm enjoying the fact that I don't have to start being on the air at 6. That's kind of difficult. And I found that all last year it was just a rush to get. I didn't like that part of it. I'd rather this, yeah. So far, and as far as the numbers, like on the shows, about the same. So, and also by doing it like this, I've done 2 preview videos during the day. They're really easy to do. It's basically the same info I'm going to gather for the show if I didn't do that. And then it's a simple filming. I do it twice now, all in one, basically one take. So the editing's easy. So yeah, it's new. Let's see how it goes. Hey, Bob's your uncle. Have a good night. Thanks for being here on both. I appreciate that. Keep your stick on the ice, buddy. Oh, BL, I already know. For the West Coast games, I'm going to do a pre-game show, not a post-game show. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing a post-game show. No, I'll do a pre-game show. As a matter of fact, Monday, we're in Vegas. We're doing a video podcast, not live, but we're recording a video podcast. And then I'm going to do a pre-game show and the game. So it's going to be a really tight schedule on Monday night. But yeah, no, but I've already announced that, right? So any games that are after 8 o'clock, you're going to get a pregame show. Any games before 8 and before, you're getting a postgame. You can just mix it up there. And yeah, the West Coast games, I mean, they're coming up, right? They're heading to Winnipeg on Saturday, which isn't a late game, but it's it's getting towards the West Coast. It's not the West Coast, but it's getting towards. Hang on, I'm just trying to separate these pages so I can look at next week's games. So Monday, it's Vegas. Thursday, they're in Arizona. And Thursday, I'm getting my flu and COVID shot, so hopefully I'm good. And then they're in St. Louis on Saturday. So not a hugely busy schedule next week, which is good. And yeah, the Arizona and Vegas games, pregame shows. And I do believe on Monday, I know on the pod, it's going to be video. So Halloween is actually Tuesday, but we're going to do, well, I hope the other boys do it. I'm going to be dressed up, and I will be for the game as well after for Vegas. And I hope the boys do it for the podcast. So yeah. And it's going to be interesting doing the video podcast. I hope that one goes over well. We'll see. But the video podcast, by the way, just to say, will be available here on my channel. The audio version, though, will be available on Spotify as well. So if you like the audio version, even though we're doing a video, there'll be an audio version of that available. That's it. Did we run out of questions for Rick? We're at a half hour. I don't really want to go too much farther, but if you guys want to keep talking, I'm okay for a little bit longer. And if you don't, then I'll just take off. Dilemma, choices. All right. I'm going to take that as a hint that I should take off here. So I talked about the podcast and next week's games. Next game is Thursday. Blue Jackets are in town. So Blue Jackets are here. Saturday, Winnipeg is here. So they're 2 home games. Then they hit the road for a little bit. for 3 games. St. Louis, is that here or there? Yeah, so there are 3 games next week on the road. We'll see how that goes. So that's it. So I don't have any videos planned exactly, but those kind of happen as I think of them. Taking a day off tomorrow. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. You're up to date. Guru, I don't think that's the case. They're just once a week, right? I mean, and the podcast that I announced earlier for me and Matt for Habs. So, by the way, if you guys aren't into what we're doing on the Pucking Around podcast, I get that it's not just Habs, but Matt and I are starting just Habs. Me and him, half hour, 45 minutes a week. It'll be something like that, and we're just going to talk about the Habs. So look for that, and hopefully you guys will like that. We'll announce it as it comes out, obviously. But it's not that hard to do. The Pucking Around one, we get together every Monday. It's about 90 minutes to do the hour, a little over an hour. That's not so bad. Once a week, and the other one, 45 minutes to an hour. Once a week, it's nothing. Matt and I, if we're after the games, if he's like we're both here together at the we'll still talk for another hour. That's basically what we do. We just go right into doing a podcast once a week that way, and after a game, and it's going to be perfect. So look for that. And the new channel, they're going to be a pucking. I don't know what it's going to be called, but the Pucking Around channel, tentatively. And there'll be different kind of videos. The boys will be doing some of their own stuff there as well. And that's where you'll see Pete the Fist. You're going to have a regular little video, me and him talking every week. So there you go. You're up to date. That's everything. I don't know what else to talk about, but I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here at the post game. I appreciate that. I'm trying to build up some numbers here for the post-game show. And that's it. So till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out. And I really appreciate everybody being here. Have a good night. Ciao, everybody. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go. Bye, everybody.